Enya hit.
Pass in. Go, and there's an exchange of.
Arrived at the.
When I was a boy, heaven was here, and America was here. You could be anything, you could do anything. I am the wrong person to have discovered this.
If you don't speak for them, who will?
I found a disease that no one has ever seen. Repetitive head trauma chokes the brain.
The NFL does not want to talk to you. You turned on the lights and gave their biggest boogeyman a name.
You're going to war with a corporation that owns a day of the week.
No proof was presented today because there simply isn't any.
They have to listen to us. This is bigger than they are.
What do you think they're doing to you now? That's nothing. You have no idea how bad this could get.
I have to keep going.
They want you to say you made it all up.
If they continue to deny my work, men continue to die.
Sometimes in life, you're asked to leave it alone. But sometimes you can't.
Who are you? Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
It's no secret that professional sports can be violent on the field, leaving players with more than concussions and broken bones. A bigger risk to playing high-contact sports is
chronic traumatic encephalopathy,
or CTE for short. CTE is a deformation of the brain discovered upon autopsy, which is caused by sustaining repeated concussive blows to the head. If you have seen the movie Concussion starring Will Smith, you have a pretty good understanding of the effects that repeated hits to the body can have on a football player. It is not just a concussion that the player is left with, but also muscle and joint pain, which will turn into chronic pain and can be a risk factor for depression and suicide.
Who can say where the road goes?
I know some parents who have their kids in high-contact sports argue, kids are young, they'll bounce back quickly. This can be problematic because later on in life, the kids being bonked on the heads with soccer balls or repeatedly tackled to the ground are at greater risk for brain damage. No matter how you spin it, every hit to the body and jolt to the brain comes with the risk factor for developing CTE and brain degeneration.
Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like, yeah. Here comes the.
The symptoms associated with CTE are memory loss, confusion, impaired judgment, impulse control problems, aggression, depression, suicidality, Parkinsonism, and eventually progressive dementia.
Who can say where the road goes?
This shows that complications of brain damage can alter a person's temperament, which have led some people to wonder if that is what made O.J. Simpson snap. Solution-wise, could it just be a problem with lack of protecting the brain? In David Camiro's TED Talk, he speaks about how the leading cause of concussions are obtained from bike accidents. He also shares the interesting fact that football helmets are designed to prevent skull fractures, not concussions.
Who can say where the road?
So Donnie's outer noggin will be okay, but his inner jello of a brain, maybe not so much. problem with not correctly protecting the brain from the beginning is what has led to a generation of pro athletes and children with the effects of brain damage, and quite possibly criminal behavior in pro athletes. Let's take a look at some of the data and arrest records of NFL players. This is a list of top NFL teams with the highest arrest records. Denver Broncos, Minnesota Vikings, Bengals, Jacksonville Jaguars, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Buckaroos, I don't know, Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns, Indianapolis Colts, Kansas City Chiefs, and the Chicago Bears. 2 out of the top 10 are in Ohio. How fun! So if nothing is done to minimize the impact of blows to the head while playing high contact sports, sports fans are going to continue to see a lot of their idols being arrested for violent crimes. We need to do something and conduct research to figure out where we are overlooking the problem, if it is lack of equipment needed to protect the brain better or stricter rules on the field for players with head injuries. If there's a link to head injuries and violent outbursts, something needs to be done to prevent it. High contact sports and chronic, leaving players with a bigger risk to playing chronic traumatic encephalopathy is a deformation. Okay, hold on. CTE is a deformation. Deformation? Am I saying that right? Deformation. Yeah, no. CTE is a deformation. This isn't even a hard word. Hold on. CTE is a deformation of the brain, which is caused by sustaining repeated CTE. Hold on. CTE is so Donnie's outer noggin will be okay, but his inner gigolo, not so much. What? Denver Broncos, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or Buckaroos, I don't know. How is this only 7 minutes long? Oh my god, I haven't even edited it yet. Is it because I talk too fast? Did I not include enough facts?